All right, good afternoon, everybody. Here for the zoning citation hearings, November 13th, 2024. 9 items on the agenda. Hopefully, we will get through this quickly and painlessly, hopefully. Counselor?
Good afternoon, I'm Attorney Gary Overs. I'm the hearing officer today. Here because you've been cited for violating Norwalk zoning regulations. To my right, representing the city of Norwalk is John Ducky, Deputy Zoning Inspector. To his right is Ian Hall, another Deputy Zoning Inspector. Hiding in the peanut gallery is Tammy Maldonado, she's the zoning enforcement officer. When I call your matter, you can take a seat at the table, or you're welcome to come any other way you want. Zoom, telephone. If you're an interested on a matter that you're not one of the parties, I will still hear you. The procedure is the city presents its findings. You have an opportunity to be heard. I hear any interested party, and we try to reach a resolution. If you have any questions, you can bring them to my attention when I call your matter. And apparently, we're going to start with Attorney Hall.
Yay.
I don't want to bother to show
Joe is 14 Elm Street.
Got an agenda.
Oh, it's not good. I gotta have something.
I keep thinking this is a corona.
All right, what's your name?
John. Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
John Hall.
John Hall, attorney, he's your attorney, and you swear to tell the truth, hold your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yep.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you.
Whoever wants to proceed.
I'll give it a go. So, that's just a quick summary for those at home, but, for us here, last time we were here, September 26th, 2024, not too long ago. At that time, the violation continued, but we were making some progress, just needed to get some inspections done. And continued to the matter to today. So, first item I have up there is, we did do an inspection, zoning did an inspection and it passed. This is our certificate of zoning compliance to revert the 4-family to a legally non-conforming 3-family residence. And then last but not least, the rare certificate of occupancy from the building department has also been issued. Ours was issued on the 7th and their CO was issued on the 8th. The violation's resolved. We have no more violation. Our property is in compliance with the zoning regs. Obviously, we, as staff, always make a pitch to get some money for a fine at your discretion, obviously, but, that's your decision there, Counselor.
Attorney Hall.
Thank you. So this violation started back in 2023, June. I have the original finding of a violation. The next meeting after the initial one was in September. We decided that maybe we had the potential to get a variance to legalize the 4th unit. We filed that application in November, and I couldn't find the exact date, but at some point between November and withdrawing that application, there was a gas leak at the premises. We had to fix that. That kind of seemed to turn the tide against us on the variance, and we decided instead of trying to legalize the 4th unit, we would just alter the space to have 3 units and be therefore just legal as opposed to in violation. The Say House bought this in 2018. They bought it as is. It was barely out of conformance as far as the density with the unit. It's within 100 feet of a CBD zone or something. It's the next one over? CB3 now?
CD3 is what it's adjacent to.
Okay. So it all seemed to make sense, the approach we took to trying to resolve the violation, and, we're obviously asking that no fines be imposed because of our cooperation with zoning to rectify the situation. I have a short memo in support of that request if you're.
Let me do this, and then I will absolutely
Anybody?
read the memo.
Nope. Okay.
In May of 2023, were you representing Mr. Seha at that time?
No, I think I came in August.
Who was that? Who was counsel then? Do you remember?
I could see in the file here, I do have the entire boodle here. So that was back in,
May of last year.
May of 2023, let's see, oh, there's September of 2023. Got June here, so it's gotta be in here somewhere. Let's see.
Working on the
It
violation.
would be. I have it here. I saw one email from, Attorney Hall there, but I wanna make sure there's no other ones, so. First email I have from Attorney Hall would be from. Let's see here, April 17th I have here. And then we confirmed a.
Hold on.
Yeah, maybe we did go back that far. I guess the retainer letter was for the variance.
Maybe for, right, yeah, because then you requested for me on the 12th of May 12th,
So
2023.
that's Attorney Hall back here, right?
Right, May, if that says May 17th, that's
Yeah.
accurate, yeah. On that hearing, Attorney Hall was representing, at least that's what I did.
So now we get. Okay, so that's April, Attorney Hall shows up. And rest the hearing continues till June. June. As of September, we're still no application.
Right, I don't think you found a violation until June. That's what that means, but.
That would be, yeah, that would be this one right over here. And the meeting was. That is correct. Well, on that June 15th hearing was when the violation was found by.
Right.
By council, by Attorney Overs, yes. At that point, it was continued to September.
September, and no. So just. As for another month continues. It took to October to get the application in. Application is postponed to the technical difficulties. Whatever,
That was when we were in that other room, remember,
it doesn't matter, just we're trying to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in January, you said you'd be using the pending unit. Marshall.
Do you have a note there when the fire marshal?
Uh,
I couldn't find an email from you,
Fire
John.
Marshal, copy of Fire Marshal's report. January 18th, I emailed you, Attorney Hall, Fire Marshal's report. I gave you the February 16th, submit an application. February 21, we put the contingent fund, that's February. Now in November, okay. Still. All right, it's March. Is this a second contingent fine, John, or is this a?
It was always 5,000.
March 20th, February 20th, and March 20th, continued fine for obtaining all approvals.
I think what you remove that one, place the new one to get the permits. Yeah, it's,
By
yeah, Attorney Hall.
June,
you didn't get the
All
copy. That was
approvals.
Jose, I sent that.
the June hearing, July to allow for completion. Small amendment. Compliance. Okay, what did you want me to read?
It's really just kind of a more fleshed out version of what I just said.
You wanna? You wanna put this in the record or?
That's the council, if he wants to throw it in, I'll throw it in.
Sure, yeah, you can throw it in.
I got room for one more piece. of
That's
paper.
fine.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so where are we? You are recommending that this is close the file.
At least the file does get closed. It is in compliance, so there's no reason to have a violation file for illegal units anymore.
Okay, so. File. Violation. Cured. In compliance. So be closed, we have a fine to discuss. You understand, sir, the fine I could give you today is $88,950. That's how long it took to get this done. You know, there's always a story as to why things take so long. But this wasn't parking a car in a setback. An actual serious violation here. My inclination was to fine you $20,000. There's $1,000 a month for each month this took. However, I've got Attorney Hall's eloquence, if I could say the word. And I'm inclined to give credence to that. Also, the fact that you probably paid him some money. And I'm sure it was a bargain, because I know he's that kind of attorney. He didn't pay him enough because I'm about to go, and I'm also gonna take blame on myself because I never threatened you with more than 5,000. So I'm gonna lower my 20,000 to $5,000, and you can thank Attorney Bill for saving you another $15,000 today.
Are you imposing a fine of 5,000? Attorney Overs, what could we have done to avoid the fine?
Well, first of all, I don't want to take everybody's time here. I'll discuss it. But there are people waiting.
Sure.
This is decided. Happy to talk to you
Okay.
anytime.
What is the timing on the payment of the fine?
I have no idea how it works.
Yeah, no, that's, I was like, you wanna stop in tomorrow? I can go over, it.
Okay. Will do.
Alrighty,
Thank you.
you got it, counselor? Jose will be in touch.
Thank you.
You got it.
Do I have the door open or something?
Oh, that'll be open unfortunately. Guess anybody wants to join in.
Okay, 14 now.
May I? Fine, get out of your way there.
Did I sign what I need to sign?
That is a very good.
Or-
You did, yes. That's just the memo, so I can throw that in here.
All right, is anybody waiting on anything?
Anything in there?
No one in
No. So I'll be honest, there, counselor, you can take this into consideration if you wish where to go next. I have not heard from anybody outside of Attorney Hall and a very outside possibility that 287 East Ave may walk in.
So we'll skip that for now.
So other than that, I have no word from anybody even threatening to show up.
Well, why don't we get these simple little ones done?
We can do that.
If anybody wants to show up,
Sure.
the ones we're gonna close, they don't.
Sure, yeah, there's a couple, no, well, one of them, maybe not,
All
so,
right, we'll pick whatever you.
yeah, we'll do, the one that we probably. I am gonna be requesting on the behalf of the property owner. I am requesting continuance. One
Well, I guess I
ninety-four
have
East
to
Avenue.
grant it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you gotta go through it, but we'll
Actually,
speed through it. We'll speed through it.
wow.
Because it was supposed to be, it was on the agenda, I sent everything by mail, put it that way.
I don't actually care. If you want to continue, so I'll give you a continuance.
I think it's appropriate, I think we can do that.
So give me the thing and I'll.
Okay, it's in there.
Contested hearing.
This was 194 East Avenue, everybody.
Continued at request of zoning enforcement. Whatever your title is.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
yeah, DCI, yeah, that's fine. 3 letters is good.
There's a, where does it, is there a fine or anything pending?
I think there is actually, there is a contingent fine of 15 grand.
Contingent fine of $15,000 remains. Okay.
And it's, my request is continued to December 11th. Just our next hearing.
Continue to 12/11/24
Want to make sure you
and need notice.
get that on the calendar. Before we start putting more things on.
Better check that. December 11th.
I think we do, I think we went through it last time, but let's make sure.
Doesn't hurt. December 11th. You got it in there.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
So December 11th for 194 East Avenue. So, and hopefully by then that one will be completed. That's, someone find out, 21 Rome Street. Thank you. 27. Yeah, that's it. I'll get it right sooner or later. Yeah. What's it? So this one, here we go. Brand new one. Haven't seen. this one
Oh,
before.
okay.
Brand new one.
Right, let's see what we got here.
Not too crazy.
And without approval.
You don't get too many of those. And,
Okay.
the hell's that? Oh, Tammy. Oh, my bad. That was mine. No, don't worry.
Okay, I'm ready to hear this one.
All right, so, we initially got this, the initial complaint, was from July of this year, July 15th, 2024. And It came in through our, customer service. And the resident just reported a shed being too close to the property. So our inspector went out August, what was the date on it? August 20th. And there you go, there's a shed next to a telephone pole and a couple of trees. A couple pictures of that. So based on that, that's clearly a shed with no permits. So on September 16th, 2024, sent a notice of violation for a shed without permits. Owner of record, and there's the green card came back. And so October 9th, a little ways after it, but October 9th, the applicant submitted a application for zoning approval. However, the plans were a little lacking. That was the plan. So and so is where trees were.
Yeah.
So hang on. So our compliance assistant said, got back to the applicant and said, hey, we're a little short here. We need a survey. We need some dimensions. We need something a little better. And then, to be honest, it went a little radio silent. Didn't hear anything from the property owner or anything regarding this. So I asked, again, the compliance assistant, in October, what the status was, and said nothing has changed. So based on that, on October 16th, sent a citation to the owner, via Constable Bondi. Well, I did not send it to Constable Bondi because we did have plenty of time between the hearing and between the citation and the hearings. So the citation, even though we did not get a green card back, it worked because on November 6th, we got a email from the property owner saying they got our letter and they were working on a survey map. In that November 6th email, it's in your packet if you didn't want to take a look, that they said that they would be removing the shed. Well, removal of the shed would make the property in compliance, the shed goes away. So, based on that nugget of information, and they also sent attachments on the email from November 6th. No shed.
Okay.
No shed. So I went out on the next day to confirm no shed, and you can even see the surveying stakes there, so they are getting a survey, so they took down the shed. Obviously, it's in a few pieces somewhere, doesn't matter to me where, it's not there anymore. So I said, unless he has any objections, doesn't need to come here today because I am going to close the file. And the reason it's here, however, is because of the fact we sent the citation in October. Technically speaking, if you were so inclined to issue a fine, you're well within your rights. Because we sent the citation
This is
in,
first time in front of me.
yeah, first time, it's brand new.
No, I never issue a first time fine, so
So in that case, then, they,
unless there's.
well, I mean, take a quick
It
look.
hasn't come up yet that I would do it, but.
Right. So, obviously the shed is removed, so property's in compliance, and it seems like they're getting a survey to eventually put the shed back.
Where it belongs.
Right.
Violation cured. Close.
Up off the top word.
I think that was an easy one.
So powering through some of these things. Yeah, and I'll take the bite one.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
So we can, let's see here, what's 6 more? Well, 6 more, let's see which one's not easy one.
Not bad.
Now we'll do 143 West Norwalk.
143 West Shore. Virtually closed.
Where are you, West North? Alright. Get the condensed memo on this one.
Okay,
So a short presentation on this one because it was last heard here, sure, if you scroll down. On September 26th.
mhm,
And at that time, we did find a violation. And this was for storage of commercial vehicles, construction equipment and contractors' materials at a residential property.
I don't see
Not
that,
allowed, so, was that?
I don't see it.
Oh, it's here.
Okay, good.
And so just as a matter of process, and keep going, there we go. So went back to the property, didn't hear anything from the property owner for quite some time, if, actually, I still haven't. So I went out and did a check on November 7th. And yeah, all the equipment's gone, no, piles of materials, got a little wood pile, which is fine. There is a pickup truck there that is part of does have a landscaping company on its door. However, that truck is below a 1-ton rated capacity, so therefore it can be on the property. Get a little close up there to see landscaping. And the last nugget here, so this area was, I don't wanna say, it was altered, but I don't know how much work was actually done. To create the area where the equipment and vehicles were stored. Technically, that would have to be restored to be in complete compliance. However, that little area that I'm photographing on the other side of the large tree there, that's actually partially a wetland. So there is a wetlands violation with the Wetlands Commission.
It's not us.
It's not us, and the reason I do mention it though is they will require them to replace the landscaping. And so I talked to the director of our conservation office, Alexis, and she said, yeah, they will take care of the remaining landscaping.
So we can close.
We can close our end.
Um,
Perfect. That one is also closed. What's it? Let's see. And now I think they're getting a little bit more involved, so just pick an easy one here. Our friend, 4 France Street. Oh,
Oh, that's still around?
yeah,
I think they cured that years ago.
no, one would have hoped, but no, that's not the case. It's our thickest memo we got.
Poor France. Oh, my favorite.
Yeah,
Well, it's not a tree house, but
not tree house, but it's close. In the trees.
hanging over.
Mhm.
Where am I starting here?
So that's all the prior history, the red's new, I guess. Cause there's 9 pages, I think, that
Thank you.
gets you to the meat and potatoes here.
Footing inspection. I read this, yeah. November. Substantial. So, no further. So there's no progress, is what you're telling me.
Pretty much, for the sake of housekeeping, I'll go through my presentation just so that there's a
Yes,
record here.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, Last time we were here was on July 24th, 2024. And the property owner was here that day, so therefore oral notice was given to today. So I think we have adequate notice here. At the time,
Okay,
okay, go ahead,
I'll agree with it.
fair enough. Well, if I read, I mean, it's there. I mean, if you want to disagree with your own, your own requirement, that's fair. So that was continued again to today. A $24,000 contingent fine remained in place for substantial progress by today. So next, little piece of evidence here is on August 5th, the property owner, came in and with a letter from an engineer drafted, August 3rd. He also gave a copy of this to the building department, for, I guess there was a bit of an inquiry about, proper footings for this job. So this engineer said, this is what needs to be done and what will be done. That was again submitted to us in the building department, on August 5th. And that was it. That's all I have in there. Yeah, so I can confirm, that the chief building official did go out shortly after that, and the footings did pass. So we have it, bare minimum, we have proper footings. But that is about it. The structure still remains. I can probably see it on it if you decide to go to Stu's today. And, there's been is still in front of a judge at Stanford Superior Court. That's for the stop work order from building department, not for us. Even though they call me in for a witness every now. So for those at home, just so we have a bit of a breakdown of what we can do for fines. We already assessed a $12,000 fine on this back in July of 2023. So we have to start a tabulation for any future fine at $150 a day from the day after the assessment. So I apologize for not putting the date in there. That note, I believe is July 26th, give or take a couple days. But we're looking at 70,000.
I think it's a 70,000 in 4 months.
No, that's 2023.
Oh.
That's 16 months.
Oh,
So, keep in mind, folks at home, there was a $24,000 contingent fine placed. That is at the hearing officer's discretion, obviously. State of Connecticut says we can go as high as 70,650. So we're looking for, I think it's appropriate to get an assessment here.
we have one, how much is
What's that?
He's pending assessment.
Well, he has an assessment. That's been
We've already assessed it.
12,000, correct?
That's a ninth.
Mm,
So maybe 24,000 will wake them up. But then we have to start again.
We will start, no matter what, whether you issue $150 or 70,000, we'll have to send a new citation, which isn't a problem. I did it once already.
Yeah, no, I understand.
No
I'm just
problem.
trying to,
I'll just get it out.
if I gotta
Like
get his
every week.
attention next time, how much time it's gonna take. This is a year.
I mean, maybe throw, we have. I was maybe we 12,000 if,
No,
don't want,
staff agrees,
Yeah.
24,000
Would
would
be
be
fine.
acceptable.
yeah, if you wanted to go that route,
And
that's,
we think that would give the push needed.
I mean, I
I'm a
don't,
little concerned that it won't. That's why,
that
that's
makes
why
two
I'm
of us.
hesitating. I mean, that's significant money already.
Well, I mean, if I make a nice even.
50,000, would that do it?
I think that would be, if that doesn't do it, then I think we maybe, I think no matter what we do, if that doesn't do it, then I think our process is just. Our process is darn near
Once I do
perfect,
that,
but
we can't come back and argue. It's assessed.
it's a step. He should be here today if you wanted to argue it. So he can't,
I
and look,
didn't hear from him.
he just, the last I heard from him, he came in on that day. And said, and got, I'm like, that's great. And frankly, even this here, don't even care that this is not even us. And I said, thank you kindly, but that's about it. I mean, if, like, for me, if 50,000 total does, that would get, first of all, 12,000 would have gotten me to jump, but
Yeah.
what got me. But, so that would be. I think that if that doesn't work, then, you know, this, the state process that we use and that a lot of other municipalities use, you know. There is always that fear that money doesn't do anything, and it's
So
just
you're
some,
gonna send this notice out to him,
Councilman Bondi will serve it in hand.
just thinking, before you turn it over, in case he wakes up when he gets the notice.
Well, we can,
I hate to do this to somebody, we can use this to fix the place.
I mean. I could say that, you know, the reality is we would not collect that immediately, because nobody has a $50,000 check just to.
I know
give
it's
to
gonna be
us.
on his,
In all likelihood, something that high is gonna be a lien anyway,
Yeah.
so at least immediately, we're not taking money out of his
I
pocket immediately.
understand, I'm trying to see if there's,
So we still would have some resources to keep this going. We're not, you know, saying, hey, you know,
no, what I'm saying is. He's not here.
right,
Before I hit it, I would love him to have at least something to say. He's been given notice, he should be here,
mhm.
but this kind of money is like.
I think, I think we
I'm
should-
really annoyed that hasn't been. Doing a better job of trying.
well,
I don't know what's the best thing to do.
I.
24,000 is not gonna change it.
No.
Gotta do something like this.
Right, and that's why I think it's a good, I guess I'm erring on the other side of. Either take the approach you're thinking, or we just do it. This could be one of those very rare situations where. No matter what we find at any time, it's not gonna make any difference. He's just gonna keep. And we'll just have to keep putting liens on it, and we'll eventually have to persuade the law department to start foreclosure.
You don't have to, sooner or later the house gets sold.
Oh, that too, which but what I'm saying is like,
Pretty normal can live it out, it's 50 grand.
eventually, yes, but I think. I think just doing something, I think this would, if that doesn't send a message, then we know what we're dealing with. And we can go from there. And it might send a message, it might say, okay, and then, you know what, if he starts doing, he gets this, and he starts expeditiously moving this, what? I'll send him a, you know. If within a couple weeks we get movement, get a lot of movement on this, cause he's angrier than a hornet at this thing. Well, that's a good thing, then, you know, I don't necessarily have to send the citation in 2 days, I can send it in a week or two.
I know, but you still have the 50 grand in there.
Oh, yeah, I would, right, but I mean, he wouldn't. I don't have to send it in 2 days, if in next week he starts actually doing something. Then I don't have to send it. And then
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah, I don't have to send a citation
No,
to
but I'm
kick it
saying-
again.
I'm saying you don't have to send in your signed document for them.
Oh, even that too, yeah, I mean, I don't have to,
You mean if you assess a fine today?
Yeah,
If you assess a fine today.
well, I'm gonna
you
send
gotta
it to him. No, I'm gonna send, I thought you meant to the corporation council. So I do it immediately. Corporation council I normally do, I can hold off for a day or two. Then, once it's assessed,
doesn't matter.
doesn't matter when I send it upstairs, Matt's gonna. Attorney, Sapienza is gonna bring it to court, so whether it's tomorrow or next week, it's. Same thing.
Well, I guess we have to do it. I don't know what else to do.
I mean, I think that, I'm just thinking if we'll know what we're dealing with, that gets him to jump and start fixing things, and hey, it worked. And we'll worry about collection later. Or. If it doesn't get him to jump, then we know, I gotta get on the phone with, Attorney Sapienza. Be like, hey, we gotta go to the next step here.
Okay. Minor but completely insufficient progress, fine of $50,000. So
Yeah. Well, we'll see
sad.
let that marinate for a second, and we'll see where it goes.
Like to clarify for the record for anyone who may be viewing or potentially viewing the reporting later, the fine has been assessed. That's, there's
Yes.
no, I don't wanna mislead anyone. There's an additional $50,000 assessed fine now on the record.
Okay.
Alrighty, so that's,
3 more? No, 1 more.
4 more. We're moving good, but we're still got a few here. I got a couple new ones if you wanna
Any way you want to do it, just,
dip our toes into something new here.
yeah, we'll have to find it.
Fair.
I feel terrible.
Yeah, it's not, we're not here to. I look at it this way, folks have to earn it, that's how I look at it. We'll do 51 North Bridge, that could be a fun one. This is a fun little back and forth too, this will be a little entertaining. Brand new one.
North Bridge.
Okay,
There's a really good one here,
wow, they're big.
yeah.
Oh.
Where should we have one?
A lot of that is I'm starting to copy the regs, so
Oh.
if anything does get appealed, the regs are already in there.
Nice.
So it's like 4 or 5 pages that we don't have to get later.
Right.
Okay, let me hear
All right, so wanna follow along, and then we can start with, so we got the complaint on June 17th. The initial complaint came in through our customer service portal for a contractor known as Gem Masonry running out of the property 51 North Bridge Street. So initial inspection found that, well, there was piles of rocks and masonry material, however, that property is 51 and a half. So, actually, might as well, right, you wanna stop share here real quick there, Ian? And then go to the Google Map, we'll do GIS actually.
Yeah.
it. Did we get notice here? Okay.
For today, yeah, absolutely. I'll show. There you
Let's just find notice for the record.
go. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, I just type in,
And you wonder if it's 1.5 you want.
yeah, they're right next to each other.
Fair point.
So there's the citation, right,
Bridge, is it road,
street.
street? Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the whole is in there.
I
I
know.
ran out
Okay.
of plastic ones. So I had to.
Yeah, I need someone who's still.
I had a, so,
So nice.
there we go.
Here, let
Is
me
that-
share this.
Yeah, share that. Thank you.
Um,
Then we'll switch back to the, so that photo, this one. Larger vacant parcel on the right there, where Ian has the mouse.
Mhm.
That's actually a vacant parcel owned by, someone else. It's 51 and a half. That's where these piles of rocks were. And those are nice, those weren't natural rocks. Those were, decorative masonry rocks. So I initially assumed that the person who filed the complaint just got the wrong address.
Mhm.
Because as you can see, this road, not really a road.
mhm.
So this is off of, there's Victory Court, which is off of Schofield, which is off of Strawberry Hill.
Okay.
So it's kind of buried in the back there, kind of close to Norton Place. On the right there is the old Norton, Norfolk Grumman site.
Mhm.
So it's kind of buried in there a little bit.
Okay, I got it.
So but at the same time, I didn't see any vehicles or any equipment, just, a couple piles of rocks. So, or stones. So if you go back to the presentation, if you go there. Well, we're not sharing that one though. Yeah, switch the screen share. So, stop, sharing. Oh, somebody's wobbling.
I should have fallen off, but what the hell? Can we take a break? I'd like to
Sure.
take-
Oh, yeah, sure, we can pause right here.
And,
Carryovers.
All right, folks, we are back
Share.
in action. All right, so, so that was the initial picture. So then in August, so I did some follow-up inspection, saw kind of the same thing. The rocks were moved around a little bit, but nothing that would scream contractor's yard. So August 22nd, we got an email from a neighbor to our zoning enforcement portal. And that email had a couple of attached photos. Where showed pretty, I mean, they're small photos, but over the course of that weekend, I guess, they increased in intensity. There's the truck. There's some of those stones I had in the other picture. And so then. Well, the
So I'm
problem.
gonna admit those photos
Sure.
as to show the effect of you, not for the truth.
Right. Fair enough. Yes. So. Again, kind of along the same lines, in October. Because again, that was. That truck was parked, let's see if we can go back, and kind of right there. That is at the end of that access road.
Okay,
Wasn't really a property, it wasn't really on anybody's property. It's a shared access, I mean, it's shared amongst everybody. So we had to narrow down who was actually causing the violation, who's responsible for it. So in the midst of that, in October, a neighbor, same one, sent some more photos. And these were a lot more helpful. And so there we go. So that's just a close-up of the masonry company. That's that. So now, this is clearly in the neighbor's driveway, because you see on the upper right-hand side, there's the entrance to the vacant lot. Right there. So this is clearly in the neighboring driveway, the neighboring parking area. So, and then also some activity of, they have workers there loading the truck, unloading the truck. So this helped to, okay, it's not the vacant property. It is that, and those were the photos were taken. This is just a aerial photo map showing roughly where the photos were submitted, where they were taken from. So based on that, and based on that, the fact that they were in, and you can see even in this aerial photo, you can kind of see where the equipment is there.
yeah, I see.
That's again, not really on anybody's property. It's that access. So I rolled the dice and I sent a notice, not just to 51, I also sent it to the vacant lot for 51.5. See if I get a reaction. So these are all the regs, maybe not too fast, sorry. Because sooner or later, somebody's gonna have to read these, if there's an appeal. Up.
Yeah, CD1S.
Yeah, so the zone is CD1S.
Mhm.
And just through the chart there, building, material storage yards are not allowed.
Mhm.
And there's commercial vehicle storage yards, not allowed as well. And either, or process, so basically nothing to do with a contractor
Mhm.
is allowed. And these are just, and then one more, so you can have one commercial vehicle, as we all know. And so that is permitted, that's the only thing that is permitted. And then these are just the definitions of all those. I mean, if you're interested, they are in the packet, commercial vehicle, and there's the commercial vehicle limitations. So there's the notice sent to 51 North Bridge. So after sending this, it was returned unclaimed. But immediately, immediately after sending that, probably about within a week, the owner of 51.5 came in, I think Ian was here for that. And he was madder than a wet hornet. Now, that's not mine, he was ripping, he said, that's my neighbor, that's not mine. So I got the reaction I wanted, that he's like, I will, and he has actually since called the police on the people using his yard, and he has ordered a fence to keep people out. So it's definitely, I will I will go with that. It is not number 51.5. It is definitely number 50 that is bringing these in. Then I have some more photos to supplement. So on October 18th, I went out again and we have trucks. We have vehicles.
Mhm.
And that telephone pole right there has the number 51 on it. That is their parking area there. So, and as a close-up, those rocks and those still might be in the shared way there,
Mhm.
but the truck and everything to the right is definitely, and I gotta assume that's either an employee's car or something like that. Went back out again on November 6th and still there, and the material's still there. Truck or two are probably out for the day working. So based on that and all of that, send a citation to the owner. And that was sent by with Constable Bondi to the owner of record, which is that house. I have heard zero from property owner. In fact, the guy that is running the business there, I had a conversation with the owner of the vacant lot across the street. And I've had more contact and information from the guy across the street who's not in violation,
Mhm.
keeping me up to date than the actual owner of this property. So it is a fresh citation, so,
How did we get up to?
oh, we got a participant here, who's attendees other side?
Andrea Cross.
We'll get to that in a second. Because it's a very small fine, I'm just looking for the violation to be upheld. I will continue to monitor this. Perhaps we get
You're putting in a contingent fine, right? You're recommending that.
well, the reason I'm recommending a contingent fine. I mean, when I say I'm not recommending an assessed fine, my
I
apologies.
understand, but I don't
The-
have that much money to,
Well, I'm looking for a continuance to January.
right,
That's how much the fine could be in January.
I know, I understand what you're saying, and I'm saying, well, how do I give a contingent fine today? More than I'm allowed, in any event,
Right.
since it's the first time done, I'm not gonna,
That's fine.
I'm not gonna do anything, so we don't need that debate, where's my thing?
Into that last, pocket. I actually want to hang, we got somebody in the peanut gallery there.
Oh, sorry.
Which we have, so allowed to talk. And ask on mute. See if that goes through. Hi, Andrea, we see you there, are you, oh. Hello? Andrea, can't hear you.
No sound is coming through.
Yeah, no sound is coming through according to our side here.
Oh, our speaker's off.
It can't be, is it? How'd that happen? Cause then we wouldn't be able to do anything here. Hi, Andrea, you there? No, like I said, we would, yeah. Well, that,
Unmuted.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, that is fascinating. Andrea, we'll try and get you through here. Hang on. Can't really hear you. Go to the where it says the mute over, and the microphone on the left-hand side there. Yeah, the little arrow. Well, how's the speaker? Yeah, no, it's it. That's
On
it,
the
the
owl,
meeting
yeah.
owl, that's it, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Usually if the person's talking, like the mic will flare. though.
Right, yeah. Hmm. Well, there is a way to type, I believe.
Yeah, Andrew, if you wanna leave a comment, we could probably, see that.
Well, raising hand.
Uh,
She did raise a
Does
hand.
she hear this?
She does hear us, yes,
Yeah.
she has to.
Unmuted.
That is odd.
Well,
She have her,
That's why it's gotta be
Yeah.
something in between.
just unmute herself.
And we have, I think she's unmuted.
We unmuted,
She's
so.
fully, go to those three dots there under her name, right? Yeah, see on the right,
yeah.
yeah, hit those. No, I'm gonna promote the panelists, see what happens. All right.
Did I click it? Oh,
No, yep, you're good. There we go. Okay, ask to unmute. Let's try that again.
Yeah. Do you see how we're flaring?
Yeah. Well, Andrea, you there? This is not for the lack of trying, that's for
Yeah.
sure. No, Andrew, maybe on the bottom of your screen on Zoom, there's the Q&A session there, Q&A box. If you can type just which item you're here for, if it's this one, we will do our best to try and get your, testimony, what you want to put in. This is for 51, North Bridge. If you're for another one, let us know, and we'll try and get you fixed, the sound fixed for whichever item you're here for. Yeah, our mic is definitely working. You can tell on the side there, ours is definitely something between here and there. So I give her a second there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure if it's this one, we gotta power through it. If not, we can try and get it fixed for the next one. Which is odd. Usually we're pretty smooth with these things.
Yeah.
Usually these things don't happen. Usually it's a little odd. Is there even there's usually just like a chat thing on the
Yeah,
side.
too.
Just go on the phone and try and talk it
Well,
through.
let's see.
Oh, I don't know. I know.
Hmm. That is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, she is raising her hand. Try that.
She
So
did.
up there, right top. No, left. Right, down.
Oh,
Oh,
that
so,
is wrong,
okay,
yeah.
can't do that. Yeah.
Hate to ask, maybe like,
Is there
can
a
you even try to rejoin?
enable Q&A, allow panelists to unmute themselves?
That's weird.
There's usually like a conversation, like there's a
Yeah,
chat
a
thing.
chat box, yeah.
Right. Trying to see where that might be.
More, no, it's just,
Yeah, that's all that.
yeah,
No, that's not on there.
no, just setting period.
Allow now. Huh.
I mean, the age old thing is they try leaving, then rejoining, and maybe that will refresh everything. Maybe that'll
Yeah,
be-
Andrew, that may not be a bad idea. If you wanna just close out real quick and then come back, sometimes just a quick little reset, will do it. Not guaranteed, but that may not be a bad idea.
Mhm.
So just exit and then come on back in. We'll watch for you to come back in and we'll try and get you hooked up here again. I don't have issues like this. This is interesting.
Mhm.
Well, let's see. So anything.
Lower hand. Much like that. This is posted on the website, right?
It is, you know what, Ian?
I'm gonna try to join, yeah, myself.
Yeah, just, maybe not be a bad idea, just make sure that is working. We never actually tried to join from our end, that's fair.
Calendar, like petition hearing. Hop on.
Let's see if it pop on there, isn't it? Attendee.
No, I don't have it downloadable.
Oh. No, we could do there, and Gary, I think brought up a good idea there, we do have the phone there.
Oh,
if he calls in, we put it on speaker, the owl will definitely pick it up.
that's true, yeah.
It's 854, right? The
Yeah.
same. Oh, yeah, so Andrew, if you wanna call 203-854-7298, that's our landline. We can pick it up, put you on speaker here.
Yeah, Andrew, that might not be a bad idea for now to trouble, if you're able to.
Mhm.
Yeah, 203-854-7298.
Mm.
And then we'll put you on speaker. That's a good thing about having this thing, it will pick you up.
Mhm.
It will pick it up.
And he's me.
That is you, yeah, that's gotta be you.
And I
hope
hope
that's
that's
it.
twice, so.
It's twice, so she's in twice, so it should actually be useful there. That is fun. Odd.
Yeah. Again, if you need it, 203-854-7298.
I'll give you another minute, move on.
Yeah, and everything's on our, I'm just going through all the icons again there. So that mic on the bottom there, see it?
Yeah,
Yeah, what is that? I've never seen that before either. Got some weird stuff going on here. Oh, it just says the mic's on.
Yeah.
Okay. Which said. Should do it. Oh, yeah. Or actually, my email is open. Or I can open it, it's not a problem.
yeah.
So, Andrew, if you want as well, another alternative, my email is open and available here. JHAYDUCKY@norwalkct.org, .gov, sorry, .gov. 17 years of saying .org. That is open, and if you, send a quick message there, we'll get it immediately.
Mhm. And no calls coming, in, so we could just leave that open.
Now, we'll leave it open there, you see all the hundreds of emails I get. Well, no, at least it's not share screen.
Yeah,
No.
Yep. Nothing new, yeah.
Alright, so yeah.
I'll leave it
pops
open.
up, yeah. You know what, maybe. Yeah, let's shrink that down.
Yeah,
Let's shrink it down.
we're not sharing, but,
Yeah, no, I know, it's just
Why do we have participants with the show?
it's Andrea twice.
Andrew's in there twice. Try allowed to talk again on the attendees, maybe, just. See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Still muted.
Ask to unmute.
I did.
Ask-
Oh, I'll try again.
One of these has got to work.
How about this?
Hey, there we
Hey,
go.
hey, wonderful. I just
All right.
misspelled your email address. I'm a neighbor of 4 France Street, so I'd
Ah.
love to move to the next agenda item.
Oh, I think we got some good news for that one.
Yeah, we got some good news there, Andrew. We actually, because the property owner did not show, we actually already did that hearing. However, a $50,000 assessed fine has been placed.
Okay, is there any reason to think he'll behave differently with that than a $24,000 fine?
Well, the issue is, you're right. I mean, to you and I, 24,000, 50,000, that would get us to jump. But to be very fair, the way we have to do this is, because again, he's probably not gonna cut a $50,000 check, tomorrow. So these are gonna be liens on his property. So the next step for us would be to engage our corporation counsel, our attorneys, to start a foreclosure process. Now, the only unfortunate thing for that is, I don't have the ability to do that. That would have to come from a bit of a higher power than me. I can write an email and, ask, politely. But to answer your general question, there's, the way the statute is set up for our fines is, that's all we can do, is that we can just, lack of better terms, fine them till the cows come home. And hope that the money is a message. We don't have the right to go onto the property and remove or relocate the structure. The only thing we can do is to keep compounding money, either on the hope, A, it gets to a point where he will do something, or B, I'm completely honest, we try not to foreclose on properties. That's not what we're here to do. But if there's an extreme case, and this might be it, we do that. And then also, we do have the ability to have a tax sale, for a delinquent city bill. The only unfortunate thing about that at the moment, we just had our yearly one back in September, so it would be for 2025. So that would be a auction that's open to the public, to pay that debt, which is now $62,000 total, with the previous 12,000 assessed on this property. And it would be an open auction for somebody to purchase it, or the owner could pay the bill and reclaim. But just unfortunately, we got to use that, the weapon of just keep basically throwing money, fines, and hope it gets the point across and he eventually does something. Or we get a little pressure on our attorneys to start the foreclosure process.
But I'd say the good news is, no matter what, that $62,000,
Right.
we will be getting that.
Yeah,
That's something.
that's not going off the property. It's gonna be a lien on the property. It's gonna be on the land records and in the courts, so.
So is there any way to make the fact that that's going on more public to be a deterrent to possible renters? I don't know how much the renter would Google the landlord and see he's as slippery as they come.
I mean, what the land right, we don't put them in the newspaper, but just simply because, two reasons. One, there's no statutory requirement to, and then B, legal notices these days are incredibly pricey. I've burned through my budget pretty quick. So, and these decisions, that's why we don't do that. It will be in the town clerk's office. It's not, the tenants, the simple answer is, for your tenants, for any prospective tenants, you're right, 99% of them will never know. That's just the reality. We can't put a sign up, we can't, I mean, we could post them here at City Hall. We do have a posting board here. We
But
post them
still a
all.
tenant won't see.
Right, if they're just looking to pay straight cash to get a roof over their head for 6 months, they'll never know.
Okay. All right. Well, I
That's the reality.
appreciate your updating me. I hope something gets him to move. And thank you for your patience as I figured out my tech.
Oh, no
worries.
problem. Glad we can get you in. Wanted to make sure that, if you wanted to get
Well,
in and have. voice
yeah.
heard, got in.
Now I know which computer to use if I want to follow along later. Thanks so much.
Sounds good. All right, take care. Have a good day.
Okay. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so it wasn't for that one, so that's good. So.
51, so where was that? We found the violation.
Yes, we found the violation and we got to pick a date to continue with them.
Violation found. We'll find at this time. Continued to.
I think I put January on there to allow for some recon, continued surveillance, if you will.
Gonna. Go to attendee.
January 15th, I've got
You got that? Yeah.
15, 2025. Need notice.
I'm telling you, look for that. Remove and get five. Okay. Look at us.
I got two up at me.
Three.
Three?
Adamson, East and Sycamore.
All right, let's see, where was it? Bridge, all right. Let's do 13 Adamson. That's a good one. That's another new one. That's a. Let's see. Brandon.
Brandon. 3 family residents. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What's the trend?
You don't have to have parking in the setback.
Oh, don't worry, that's coming. All right, that'll be here sooner than you think. From here, ready there, Counselor?
Ready.
All right. So our first foray into this was a email from the fire marshal's office, Inspector Scully. He sent 2 emails that day, inquiring about the property 13 Adamson. Basically, the owner told him that it was a 2-family and the 3rd floor apartment does not have a kitchen. Interesting statement, you know. Then this was a follow-up email. He wanted to give me a heads up that we were applying for the city was applying for a search warrant to try and get in. And so I contacted him. I said, yes, we have this as a 2-family only, and we have several permits to back it up, which I have in your packet as well. So on October 2nd, the fire marshals actually went out there. They can go and ask a tenant for entry. We can't do that.
Right.
So I say, no, I'll come out and let's see what happens. So they were able to get entry to all 3 units, 3. So I gave the fire marshals my camera. And Inspector Scully, would you be so kind? And so he went in and basically, so here's the photos from that day. So this is the front of the house. The first little bit of evidence there is the air conditioner upstairs. Now, that's not a clear cut sign, but that's something that there's at least living space in the attic. So then this is the first photo as you enter, so much for there being no kitchen. This is in the attic. So these photos of the interior were taken by the fire marshal's office, Inspector Scully and Inspector Burrows. That was a key lock that led to a bedroom. 2 other doors have, I think one was a closet though, that little thin one there on the right. But the other one also had a key lock on it. Don't know what's behind the doors, but our usual policy is if there's an apartment and interior doors have key locks on them, we take the conservative route and say that that is a rooming house, or at least there's multiple renters. That is a close-up of another one. Brian helped me out pretty good here. I'll say that. He gets some good pictures. So this is from the driveway. I got this photo. And well, there's first of all, egress stairs out the back up to the attic. If there was no living space up there, why would there be one? And there's also a chair up there for somebody to enjoy some outdoor activities. And last but not least, the garbage cans up front. We have 1, the black one in back is 2, and then 2 of them for number 3. So that would assume at least 3 renters, with enough cause for 3 apartments. So based on this, did my research, CD2 zone, 2-family zone, that's number 13 Adamson there. CD2 zone and small multifamily building, that's a small multifamily building is anything between 3 and 6 units. So that is not permitted, as you can tell there. And so based on that, sent a notice of violation to the owner of record. Now, the fire marshal gave me a friendly heads up in our phone conversation that the owner is very difficult to get a hold of. So I sent Constable Bondi out to make sure we get proper delivery. And So there's the certified mail, that's, now it was returned. However, oh, hey, it got cut off there.
Oh, they, oh, scan together.
Oh, scanned together, look at that, well, if I may. So we do have Constable Bondi's, service here, there we go. So for those at home, I'll read his service. Tenant in apartment one accepted service for owner. He was, going to reach out to Jean and Maria's son to let him know about the violation. So basically, the tenant on the first floor was gonna pass this along. But we do have a boat service from Constable Bondi. And Constable Bondi went above and beyond, I mean, he really earns his $60. So he had an email to me saying he researched the name and came up with an LLC in Florida and with a mailing address in Port Charlotte. So I said, okay, that's good. That's gonna help me out later. So we got no response whatsoever from the owner's son, anybody. Fire marshal also did not get any response as well. So I printed out I normally don't do this, so I like to say paper. Again, our tax form, printed this out on the 5th. Still says that 13 Adamson. So that's where by state statute, I have to send a notice, certified mail. I also send Constable Bondi out. I also, hang on, right there. Oh, no, you're right. Keep going. Stop. So I also sent certified mail to, Florida. Haven't gotten that back yet. I haven't gotten a call or anything regarding this. So last but not least, there's Constable Bondi service. And again, same thing handed to the first floor tenant, with instruction. This time Peter told him to give it to the landlord. Again, don't know if that actually happened. So a little history, in 1989 was when this property was converted to a 2-family. There's a certificate for it. And there's the permit. And there's actually a variance to allow for it. It had to do with setbacks. Back then, you had to get a setback variance if you wanted to convert one to a 2-family. We don't do that anymore. If it's all interior and they want to grant the variance, they can do it. So now here's the interesting part.
So at this point, it's a 2-family.
2-family, yep. So in 1996, this gets interesting. So they had a permit, the same owner, and on 13 Adamson, to remove an unauthorized unit
Oh,
on the 3rd floor. And it was CO'd. And so actually, this is kind of funny. Did I have this one in here? This was one of our, inspectors at the time. And I'll bring this out for the hearing officer to get a good look at. I have never seen a letter like this before. In my time here. Subdivision. Pretty forceful and direct, but I think that's me. And then the next page is just the zoning approval reflecting that. They also had a permit in 1994. Oh, that was another letter that you skipped that one though, so. So in 94 for living space upstairs. But not a kitchen, 2-family residence for 2 bedrooms and a bath.
okay.
So, and a survey, wait a minute. So I'm looking for the violation to be upheld, that there is a 3-family here. And we do not have an application to remedy the problem. So at least looking to uphold it. I think, so this is from the 5th. There is, I believe it's $600 is what the fine could be. It would mean I would have to send a new citation.
This is day one of my.
First time seeing it, yes. So, just for folks at home, kind of a small fine, so we're gonna continue it to let that climb and to give the owner a fair chance.
Continue to when, January?
Is that what I put on there? I'm not sure what I put on there.
What an,
No, what I put on that. Probably, it makes sense that I would have said January,
January 15th, yeah.
perfect, all right. Just wanna make sure I didn't throw something weird like February.
1/15, 25. Find this time. Notes.
Oh, excellent.
Figure out envelopes, what's going
Well, the problem, yeah, our printer decided to,
Mhm.
decided to print the addresses on the envelopes in portrait, not landscape. And I can't get, it. I,
Always have to reset the printer like,
Yeah.
twice for it to get it to work, it's ridiculous.
it was at the point, it was this morning I was making the decision forms, I was like, you know what? I've had enough
I
of this.
didn't mean to, but it's okay.
I've had enough of this, so I was like, give me something to do tomorrow morning.
Memo.
People bigger budget.
Need a better printer.
That was Adamson, right?
That was Adamson, so, if you want, we can move to, I think we gave 287 East Avenue ample time to be here.
Yeah.
Cause it's,
2
4:30, so it's been an hour and a half, so.
287 East Avenue, let the record reflect. It's
Well,
now
let me see
4:30.
what Christine needs.
Anyway, yeah, I can,
Alright, so
I
there.
gotta get,
Oh,
yeah, just
fine,
go to
email.
there we go. And do the share on that.
Share. I'll be back in very
Yeah, just say
shortly.
what Steve needs.
Yeah.
That's fine. I got it. I got it. It should be quick. That's, take your time. That's, here's the, nope, that's not that one. Yeah, here you go. Very short one. We've seen this one before. So it's here.
Essentially, oh, to perform.
So I am asking for a continuance. However, I would like to go through the presentation to show that the property is still in violation. Because the last time we were here, it was if the property was in compliance, they wouldn't have to come back.
Okay.
And I just think and just for folks at home as well, I have a feeling that the owner may feel at this time that he's in compliance, hasn't told me, but until he's in compliance, I don't believe so. That's why I think, because of a clerical error, we have to do the continuance, but I do want to go through it to show that I believe it's still in violation.
She got locked
And a
out.
continuance is warranted. Oh, she got locked out?
Yeah.
What was the clerical error? I'm trying to follow you.
Well, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I thought we do it that way.
All right, fair enough. So I went to send the hearing notice. And I accidentally gave it to Peter Kelly, the building inspector,
So how do we,
not.
how do I have a hearing if he didn't get notice?
That's fair. All right, then I'll just ask my continuance then.
There's nothing to continue, I'm not hearing it. Didn't have notice.
Fair enough, all right,
Stop
fair enough.
Last one.
Last one.
Fair, yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's,
Doesn't matter to me, doesn't matter,
you can't not have notice.
Not disagree with that.
depends who you ask.
16 Sycamore, let's see.
Yes. This one should sound kind of familiar. We already assessed the fine on this one.
Oh. Okay,
We're taking advantage of state statute 7-152C.
Okay, let me do your presentation.
So this one here, yeah, keep scrolling down, this, so on, hang on. So on October 2nd, we had a meeting on October 1st, so a hearing here on October 1st. And a $45,000 fine was assessed by the hearing officer.
Oh,
Yeah,
finally beat that today.
yeah, there you go, look at that.
Yeah.
That's- yeah, still not the biggest we've ever assessed. but,
Almost 200.
So, this one here, the neighbors are a bit, they wanna see this cured, because it is an egregious violation, even by my standards. So, we decided to kick it up again as allowed per state statute.
Where is mine?
Previous one?
Yeah.
There isn't one. Well, it is, it is, it's in here. It's in all this. This is what we gave to Corporation Council. to
Oh,
file
I
on,
got you, okay.
But it's in the packet. It's actually up here, yeah, so you're gonna scroll down there.
Tommy drinking.
Right there, it is.
Wow.
Untested. Oh, I
Okay,
need this now.
we moved it from the process, okay, so this, I got you now.
Right,
So now we're back here again.
back on it, because it's still a violation. So we did not have to send a notice. Per. Speak, roll down, please. Here we go. Right there.
Boom.
7-152C for citation, for hearing procedure for citations. Within 12 months from the expiration of a final period of uncontested payment of fines, penalties, costs, or any citation issued. So we can send a citation within 12 months. If within 12 months of a fine being assessed or anything of that nature.
Anything within the 12 months from the expiration of the final period for the uncontested. When was that, when did that expire?
That would be, so,
Trying to read something lawyers wrote.
no, it's terrible, isn't it?
Can't follow it.
So the October 1st was the payment, was an assessment.
Okay.
From your end. It's 30 days for Attorney Sapienza before he can put it to the courts to get assessment, which he has gotten. So then that's the opportunity to pay. There is no municipal expiration on these for us in our ordinances. It's just, it's 30 days to get it to the courts, which Attorney Sapienza did. And then anytime after that, we held that we can go back at that point.
Without sending a citation.
We did send a citation,
What is it you're avoiding by this?
sending a notice.
What's wrong with sending a notice?
Just saves 30 days. I mean,
And a few
he
dollars.
does get notification of it. I mean, he does get it in the citation. Notification of I have to outline what the violation is in the citation and how to correct it.
But you're bringing him back in here,
Correct.
trying to follow. How does he know he has to be here today?
Up there. Yeah, oh no, keep going. Down, down,
Down.
down. Down, stop.
Tell me when you stop.
There you go. Yeah, no, that's
Not
right.
good. Motion sickness, apologies.
So, on 11-4, tax form, still is current address, I don't believe it, but. There we go.
So 11 for you. You sent this?
Correct. With today's date. And Constable Bondi
Oh, so,
service, yeah,
okay, that's all I'm asking.
yeah,
Fine.
yeah,
Okay, doesn't want to show up, that's his fault. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
right.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
No problem.
No, I was glad we went through it because that's good for the folks at home, to see what we do. And so, yeah, still a pretty clear and obvious violation, parking in the front setback. Even under the new regulations, he doesn't get any relief,
Not today.
No, I should. read it.
not from that, well, you can get relief, but not that kind of relief.
$45,000 for parking in the sector?
And, well, there was many moons ago, and I have the big old file here for it. an apartment in the basement. Now, he did rip that out, but work stopped. So basically it's just bare walls. There's no apartment now, there really isn't.
Okay,
It just never got sealed, none of the work.
I
got
just wondered
inspected.
why it was so high, okay.
I think it was because this violation for parking in the front setback, it wasn't just me. 'Cause I think it started, when we look at the original citation. The original citation was, hang on. That was a decision form. Original citation was May 2023. That's when I sent it.
Okay,
And it was also a matter from my predecessor, Vlad, as well.
okay,
So this is not anything new to the property. I think it was just that he just kept ignoring everything. That's what he did.
okay.
So basically, because another case, look, it's a very small fine to assess now, so we can treat it as a new citation because it technically has new sections of the regs. I updated it. The last fine was under the old regs. This is the new reg. So, just looking for it to be upheld that there's still a violation.
That I can do, but I don't wanna not be cognizant of the fact that this hung around all this time and cost all this money.
Yeah,
If you start a new one, I'm not gonna feel the same,
right.
so,
Well, we already started.
would you wanna keep this all together? So that-
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So what's gonna end up happening is it's just gonna be another, if we decide to fine at any point, it's just gonna be another form, this guy's up to Matt,
Okay, that's fine.
that's all. And it'll be 2 pages in the land records instead of 1. That's all.
As long as I won't remember if we don't.
Oh, this is one of the ones in town, it's hard to forget. That's probably one of the biggest parking areas in the front yard I've ever seen.
Okay, so this is violation. Let me find it this time. On to, what are we talking about?
I said January, but if we wanna
Yeah, let's go to February.
okay, we do not have a February date yet.
Oh, good.
We're not.
Okay, do we need one?
do
We're
one.
gonna have a lot of, oh, we got a lot of people. What about all these new hearings?
So for February, there's the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th.
19th, I am not here.
The President's Day weekend, so yeah, so.
I'm here every time. I have nothing else to do.
You say you don't have life, you have way more of a life than I do.
To the 12th?
We can do 12. Works for me.
Not by
It's far enough away, if something came up, it's the only item on there, we can adjust it.
I'll pencil in the 26th for myself then.
March yet either, huh?
No, that's the birthday month, so
Mhm.
days where I would be functioning, or maybe few and far between.
Until we're gonna need February.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely, we're gonna.
All right, I got you. All right, so continue to February 12th. Need notice.
Last 15.5.
Okay, let's
Perfect.
see this.
Actually, I make that, thank you. I think, and Ian will verify, I think that's all of them.
That is
Alrighty,
Wow, that's not too bad.
not bad at all.
Most of the time is.
less than 2 hours.
Yeah, most of us trying to get Andrea in here, trying to get her connected.
Mhm.
Alright, so next set of hearings would be Ian, I think they're yours, I think.
Yes, and that will be December 4th.
Attorney Maslin, next time, you'll see Attorney Obers tonight will be the 11th of December.
Okay, so you guys gonna get rid of some of the tough ones or?
I'm gonna try to.
We'll try, yes.
For us.
Yeah, you can try and get rid of them. All
Sounds
right,
good.
everybody have a good evening. We'll see you next
What
time.
about 100 grand in fines in 2 months with
bad.
Elm, Sycamore and France?
Yeah.
100 grand. Look at us.
Yeah, we off the air.